Hi, I'm Juanita, and I'm part of the team here at Project Salsa, a dedicated Oracle NetSuite solution provider based in New Zealand. As a seasoned NetSuite administrator, your days are filled with constant requests from across the business. And as your organization grows, so does the complexity and the pressure on you and your system. But what if you could save time while making your NetSuite environment more efficient? In this video, I'll share our top time-saving tips for NetSuite admins based on real-world support cases and admin tasks we see every day. Let's dive in. User access requests are part of everyday life for NetSuite admins. The key is to start with standard NetSuite roles that already follow best practices and modify them from there. This ensures a solid foundation of permissions, which you can then customize to match the user's needs. For example, if the accounts payable team requested additional permissions to be granted to them, we can simply navigate to the Setup Manager, Users Roles, Manage Roles, look up the AP Clerk role, and customize. Navigate to the Permissions tab, List sub-tab, and remove the permissions that you do not wish to grant to the custom role that you're creating. We can now assign the role and name, and then simply go ahead and click Save. There are times when a user needs administrator level access in NetSuite. For example, an external auditor or a developer. But you also need to ensure that they do not have visibility into sensitive data like personal or financial information. This is a common scenario, especially when working with auditors, consultants, or technical users who require elevated access for a limited time or specific purpose. To manage this securely, you can use core administration permissions. By enabling the core administration permissions checkbox on a custom role, you allow users to perform administrative functions without giving them full visibility into sensitive records. Once saved, assign this role to the appropriate user. In many cases, this elevated access is temporary, for example, for developers who need to configure system settings or build workflows, but should not see payroll, customer card details, or employee records. This is especially helpful for temporary access and ensures compliance with data privacy policies. Workflows are a powerful feature in NetSuite that allows business users and administrators to automate logic on records, all without needing to write Suite script or have deep developer expertise. However, a common challenge arises when users interact with records that have workflows applied. They may encounter errors such as saved search failures, unexpected processing errors, or permission related issues. These issues often occur because the workflow is trying to perform an action that the current user's role doesn't have permission to execute. A frequent oversight when setting up workflows is not enabling the execute as admin checkbox. This setting allows the workflow to run with administrator level privileges regardless of the permissions assigned to the user's role. So, by enabling execute as admin, you ensure that the workflow functions consistently for all users without running into permission errors while still maintaining those security controls. You just need to go to Customization, Workflows, List of Workflows, try to view one of your current workflows, click Edit, and click the Edit button in the Workflow section on the right-hand side, and you should be able to see Execute as Admin as one of the preferences of the workflow. Poorly managed script deployments can significantly degrade NetSuite's performance, especially when scripts are running unnecessarily for users or roles that don't need them. A common mistake that developers make is deploying scripts to every role and all records by default. This blanket approach often results in performance issues across the system. For example, scripts designed for internal users may end up executing in the customer center or the web store, where they can slow down the shopping experience. To avoid this, administrators must carefully review script deployments and ensure that scripts are only running for the appropriate users and roles. So how do we audit and adjust these script deployments? We can navigate to customization, scripting, scripts, and here you'll see a list of all the scripts in your environment. We can filter by script type if needed. You can select the script you want to review and go to the Deployments tab. Open the script deployment record. From here, we can edit the audience, so add or remove specific internal roles, employee groups, or partner contacts. We can set context filtering. Under the Execution Context tab, choose where the script should or shouldn't run. For example, internally, web store, CSV imports, or schedule processes. Script errors can happen during day-to-day use of NetSuite, and as an administrator, it is essential to proactively monitor and respond to these errors before they impact multiple users or business functions. Now, one effective method is to create a saved search on server script logs. This enables you to track when or where errors occur, which users are affected, and which scripts are causing the issues. So with a custom saved search, you can identify users encountering script errors. You can track specific scripts that may have been recently deployed. You can monitor errors in real time and capture key fields like script name, error message, and timestamps. And this allows for immediate troubleshooting and resolution, so helping reduce downtime and prevent wider disruption. So to create a server script log serve sage, we can navigate to reports, saved searches, all saved searches, and click on New. Use Control F and search for server script log to quickly find the correct search type. Set up the Criteria tab to filter errors based on user, so filter it by specific employee or customer record, date or time, script name or ID, and in the Results tab, we can include useful columns such as script name, execution context, error message, date and time of execution, user, may that be employee or customer. And now we can click on Run or preview the saved search and view the error logs in real time. So let's say a script was just deployed to production and users start reporting issues. With your saved search already in place, you can quickly filter by script name, you can see which users are affected, and you can review the specific error messages that are being logged and act fast to resolve the issue or roll back the changes. So another common scenario, let's say you've trained your users on how to run their own saved searches, but they still come back to you with their questions and issues. So the key to solving this is creating customized saved search templates tailored to each team's needs. So here's the strategy. As a NetSuite administrator, you can create a baseline set of saved searches for each department or team within your organization. Think of these as templates or a starting point that users can easily duplicate or customize. So each template should include predefined criteria relevant to the team, for example, status, date ranges, assigned users. It should include relevant result columns and field formatting, naming conventions that make it easy for users to identify the right search. This will help you save time for your users by reducing the need to build safe searches from scratch. It will reduce the admin workload by minimizing repeated requests, and it will improve data consistency across all teams. So let's say you support a sales team. You could create a sales My Customer Save search template. And then from there, each sales rep can copy the search and filter it by their own name, territory, or customer type without needing your help. Another example, you can build saved search templates for reminders, which are frequently requested. Users can simply plug their own criteria and save the reminder, so no admin intervention is required. When users can see their own data in a way that is relevant to them, they're more likely to adopt the saved searches and less likely to come back to you for customization. So, by investing a bit of time upfront to build smart templates, you can empower your users to explore, filter, and interpret the data independently while you stay focused on higher value tasks. Saved search formulas in NetSuite are a powerful tool for customizing and manipulating data results. They allow you to create advanced logic, apply conditional formatting, and generate calculated fields right in the search view. But here's a common issue. When users or even admins build saved searches with formulas, they may encounter error messages like invalid expression. This error typically happens when the formula field type you've selected doesn't match the data type of the field being referenced. For example, if you're referencing a text field but using a formula set to type numeric, the system will throw an error. So, how do we avoid this? Use the SuiteScript Records browser to look up standard NetSuite fields and verify their data types. For custom fields, navigate to Customization, Lists, Records, and Fields, and then review the field type directly in the field setup. Ensure that your formula field type, for example, text, numeric, date, matches the type of data you are referencing in the formula. So, being able to quickly identify and correct formula mismatches not only gets users back on track faster, but it also reduces support tickets or repetitive questions. It will empower your users to troubleshoot basic errors themselves and strengthens their confidence in custom reporting and data visibility. When a user runs a saved search and encounters a field not found error, it often causes confusion, especially when the field in question is visibly present on the record. This frequently results in support tickets and unnecessarily delays. So here's the tip. This error most commonly occurs when the missing field is a custom field. So to ensure that this custom field appear in your saved search results, you need to check the access level for the field, specifically the level for search reporting. Confirm that the appropriate roles or users have access to that field at the search reporting level. Navigate to the permissions table of the field and ensure access is granted for the required audiences. For standard NetSuite fields, the issue usually relates to role permissions. For example, if a user cannot access a field on the customer record, their role may lack permission to view customer records altogether. So, understanding how field visibility is tied to both permissions and field level access settings saves time and frustration. By proactively configuring access during custom field setup, you will reduce the support issues, ensure smoother reporting workflows, and empower your users to build and run their own saved searches confidently. Unless a field is meant to be hidden from the search reporting, it is best practice to default it as available when setting it up. These are just a few of the many quick wins NetSuite administrators can implement to streamline user experience and improve system efficiency. Don't forget, as a NetSuite administrator, your role is critical in making the platform efficient, user friendly, and secure for your team. If you have any questions or want to dive deeper into any of the topics I've covered today, feel free to reach out to your NetSuite consultant. And finally, keep exploring. NetSuite is constantly evolving, and there's always more to learn to help your business grow smarter. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next session.